Hey everyone, it's Nikolai Pavlov. I'm here with some Power BI tips and tricks. Today we'll take a look at time-related calculations in Power BI. Without getting too philosophical, I think we can all agree that time is the most important factor in our lives, right? Power BI has a set of really sophisticated and relatively easy to use time intelligence functions which can give you really complex insights to your analysis from different time dimensions. Today we'll learn same period last year, month to date and year to date functions in DAX. Alright, let's jump into Power BI. Alright, so here I got a stored data set I downloaded from the website Kaggle. I'll give you a link in the description in case you want to tag along with me. First of all, before we can use any time intelligence functions in DAX, it's really important to remember that we need a proper date dimension in your data model. The date dimension is simply a calendar table. A few videos ago, I already showed you how to build a calendar table. So if you missed that one, I recommend you to go back and watch it. If not, let's move on. Okay, to start with, let me build a basic measure to find out the total amount of sales. Total sales, and we are going to use a SUMX function to calculate sales multiplied by quantity, right? Let's put the measure in the table right here and make it look a little bit bigger. Okay, we can slice our sales by let's say year. I will close this here. By year and month. Now we can build another measure and let's find out sales last year. To do that, we build a new measure, sales previous year. And we are going to use the function calculate. As I said before, right, you're going to be using calculate almost all the time. So it's really important you understand the syntax and the logic of the calculate function. So expression will be our total sales, the measure we just created, right? And we're going to be filtering, and instead of a filter, we will use another DAX function called same period last year. All right, same period last year returns a set of dates in the current selection from the previous year, and it only has one parameter, which is dates. Okay, we'll put dates, commit, and now we can. Where's my measure? For some reason it's in my customer table. So I'm going to click on it, go to the modeling tab, and under the modeling tab I'm going to find home table and just going to put it sales. I'm going to add the measure to my table, and you can see that because this is the sales from previous year, we don't have anything in 2011 because 2011 is my first year. But if I scroll down, I could see that in 2012, for example, January 2012, I have the number 456,000, which is the same number as January 2011, this year number. So this number equals to this number, you can see, right? Then if we went down here in 2013, we can see that January 2013 is 689,000, which equals to the same number, 689,000. Okay, so far so good. From here you can build all sorts of comparison. For example, you can divide these two numbers and then you can find out the percentage increase, for example, if you need to. In my opinion, however, I do not think that using the function same period last year is the best option available in DAX, because there's a more flexible function called date add. So I'm just going to change this measure, and if instead of same period last year, I will just use another function called date add. And it moves the given set of dates by a specific by a specified interval, and I'm going to show you why I think it's more flexible. Parameters are my date column in my dates table, right? Number of intervals, I will put -1, and then the type of interval will be a year. I'll choose a year. Now I have exactly the same result. Nothing has changed. Now take a look at this. For example, if I wanted to find out sales previous month, for example, right? All I have to do is change here to a month, and then my measure changes. And then now all of a sudden, instead of the previous year, I'm showing you the previous month. You see? January, February. This -1, I can do it. For example, what if I wanted to find out what was the sales 6 months ago? Then I'm just going to change this to 6, and simple as that. Now I can see that, right? In July, I can, for example, see what the numbers were back in January. But as you can see, the date add is a really flexible function. All right, we'll change this back to sales previous year. Now let's take a look at a new function called year to date. For this, actually, let's change our table a little bit here. I'm going to take out month, put year as a slicer. Okay, I'm just going to do it single select. All right, now let's build a new measure to calculate sales year to date. Okay, sales YTD is again calculate. Expression will be our measure, and filter, instead of a filter, we're going to put the function year to date. Dates year to date, and which has two parameters. We're just going to put dates. No, actually just one parameter, and let's put it in our table. Years sales year to date. As you can see here, sales year to date actually sums all the month to give you a total sum of the year. For example, in February we had 885,000, and then here in the sales year-to-date column, it puts all the numbers together until you have a total. And finally, let's take a look at one more measure. We're going to name it sales month-to-date. It's very similar to year-to-date. Again, we're going to use calculate. Expression is our measure, total sales, and then filter would be month to date. Date, month to date. We'll put our dates column from the dates table. All right. Okay. Oh, I have it in my customer table again. Whatever. I'll just put it in the table for now. Now you don't really see the difference between sales month to date column and total sales, right? However, if we put days in my table, if I put dates, days, let's put it right here. For now, sales month to date and year to date looks kind of same. Now what sales month to date does, it calculates the total sales day by day, right? You can see that on January 1st we had 58,000, and then 74,000 on January 2nd, and then here we have the sum of these two numbers. 132, and then we had only 25,000 on January 3rd, and so we have the total of these three numbers. In this filter context, sales year to date and month to date look exactly the same, right? But the difference is that the sales year to date continues to calculate sales day by day, right? And then it has a total of 16 million in the end, at the end of the year. And then the month to date actually stops. At the end of each month, it stops and it refreshes, and then you have the new number for each month. Depending on your business task, right, what you need to find out, you may use year to date or month to date or both of these measures to build, other measures off of these measures that you already have. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video and you'll learn how to use basic time intelligence functions, and I'll see you guys next week.